Good morning. I'm back. Korea is back. Korea was back last week, but now both Korea and me are back at the same time. Hey everyone. Morning Lemon, Pineapple Musket, Bruntley, Doishi. Thank you GM Jinxer for the tier 1. Oh, how are we all this morning? Ready for some Korea action? Oh, thank you Space Jazz. Back to work. I can do it. I can go back to work. Let's put the audio on. I'm halfway through my sandwich, but you know, I'll take it. Thank you, Jabber, as well for the Prime.
Morning CX. How was a stag do weekend?
Yeah, stag do was good. It was a mess. I was a mess. But stag do was good. If oh, a train as well. I didn't know anything about it. I was kind of just picked up by my mate, and we drove. And then the destination that we ended up at was Butlins. So if you're from you might have heard me talk about this yesterday if you were here yesterday for the catch-up stream.
Baldy. I finally managed to move house.
Thank you,
so
Doishi.
now return to losing points to OW2 bets.
Oh, congratulations on the house move. One of the biggest tasks. One of the biggest tasks you can undertake. And I'm so happy. So happy. I'm not planning to move house for ages. Absolutely ages. I did it. Moved into this house. We own this house. So happy with it. Thank you, BS Lights, as well. Welcome back. So yeah, didn't know where I was going. We go to Butlins. So if you are British, this was a forever home. Yeah, same here. Really not planning to. Perfect location. Don't need any more moves because that shit is a pain. Thank you, Fovai, as well. Welcome back, mate. Yeah. Moving house, such a pain. I remember when I was at uni and we basically moved house every year. Never again. Just upgrade this house. We don't need to move again. I guess you've still got ahead of you a lot of the... like when you move into a new house, it's normally also the best time to do any work that is on the house as well. Like, we were quite fortunate. We kind of wanted a house that didn't need loads doing to it. So really it was just a few small things, shelves putting in, painting, stuff like that. Much more than anything like structural. Bit spicy, the sellers didn't leave on time. Yeah, ours was because we were moving from rented property and there was no one moving into our rented property the same day. So we were nice and easy in terms of the people moving out of our house had already moved. So we could basically, ours was like a super simple, just they're already gone. We don't have anyone coming in. We move. My fucking mate, he had to move house once and he was in a chain, which is basically where couple A is moving into a house. Into couple B's house. Couple B is moving out of their house to couple C's house, and so on and so on and so on, all on the same day, which becomes a logistical nightmare. He was in a 10-house chain, all moving on the same day. Fuck that. What an operation. What a disaster. He got through it, got into his new house, but the key handover, all the moving vans, that was a real operation. Yeah, it's because it's also, what can you do? It's a shit situation to be in that big a chain, but you want the house still, right? So what are you gonna do? You're gonna get the chain. Morning from China. Trash Panda on tour. You having a nice time in China? Oh, thank you, Jarvis.
Welcome back, Baldy.
Good to be back. Oh, there's a few people I forgot to thank as well. Some VOD heads. Thank you to GWT Ness. Thank you to High Sniper, Gatekeeper OS, and Ghost Hardware 10 for the offline primes. Just landing, waiting for next plane. But you're halfway there now. What's the normal flight pattern? Where do you stop? Miss me? Miss you too, June. Alright, we're back now. For a couple of weeks. When can we expect the next Uncoachable? Probably next week, I'd say. Morning camp as well. Next stop is Nagoya, Japan. Okay. Hey, Yanilo. And then I'll be there for the next 3 weeks. Nice. Any guests lined up? No such planning. I came back from the stag on Monday from my trip at Butland. And Monday was a write-off, I think that's fair to say. And then it's just a lot of wedding planning, trying to sort bits out, get myself back together. This whole stage is probably going to be a little bit scuffed for me, where I'm back now. I'm back for 3 weeks, maybe? 3 weekends. And then I'm away for the actual wedding itself. And then I'm away for a couple of weeks. And then I'm back once we get to the end of Stage 2. So Stage 2 will be a little bit on, off. As a result, a lot of the other things that go along with it, like the coach's review, uncoachable, stuff like this will probably also get sort of pushed to the side a little bit during all of that. But so I have a bit of a scuff Stage 2, but we'll get through it. Get someone from Quick Esports if they beat TU? We might have to. Alright, what are we working with today, by the way, as well? Let's see. What am I pressing? I remember all the buttons I need to press. There we go. Oh, I should change the thing as well to... Where am I going? Events off. Asia on. We're in red. Did you watch last week's VODs? I caught up on a couple of games only. I'm probably going to watch more after the stream today. So we watched Falcons v T1 because that seemed like the headline game from Korea. But I also, this way T1 result was really interesting as well. Mixed in there is a few dropped maps in other games. You see Pokerface dropping a map to Falcons, Zeta dropping a map to Onside, stuff like this. But I think some of that is maybe just week one new hero type of stuff. You know, I don't know if it was really too much into those maps. Way versus T1 though feels like we should read into that because it was also 3-0. Didn't watch any of Pacific, no, but I did see Rack lost, which was probably that real surprise result. I thought that team would just be a bit of a shoe-in for the playoffs, really. Apparently not. Yeah, I think they don't scrim, racks on ping, all of these things, so... Everyone priming their slingshots. It might be a long way back for some of these teams. Alright, what are we on today? Keep forgetting the name. All Gamers Global, AGG, against Vesta. Zeta versus Falcons, this has to be our headline game, right? And then T1 versus Pokerface, which should be no trouble for T1. Alright, yeah. A pretty standard day of Korea action. Maybe a couple of softball games, but then a juicer in the middle. You can get behind that. Cross the dong? Yeah. Because Pokerface, they took a couple of maps, right? Oh, they actually got bummed by... They actually took more maps of Falcons than they did off Old Ocean. Doesn't seem quite right, does it? But... yeah. Oh, thank you, Poop. Poop 007. Where am I looking? Which way I was looking. They all changed names slightly. Okay, yeah. So Pokerface. Onside Gaming is the older man team. Yeah. Old Ocean making Saudi. Jaeyoung still got it. Yeah, so I only saw little bits of Korea. I saw basically there was Orisa versions of a comp and there was Winston versions of a comp. Lots of Freya involved in both. Slightly surprised we didn't see more D.Va. I know we saw more in EMEA, but it feels like the D.Va matchup into the Freya was really nice. So my gut tells me we're going to see more D.Va today. Really enjoyed both Chris and Max forcing dive on push and losing like brothers in arms. We might go down, but we're going down on the same ship. Morning, Joby. Proper isn't playing today. Yeah, I heard he... Is he sick or something? I just saw, like, the headline. I didn't see, like, a full translation or anything. But, I don't know. It'll make a huge difference, right? It'll just be Stalker Merit. That's okay. SSG Stockton the floor. Framer is the worst hero they've added since pre-nerf Sojourn. I feel like she's more killable. I mean, she's still, like, her damage still seems pretty busted. But I feel like she's more killable than some of these heroes. The more I played and watched Overwatch, the more I enjoy Malga being meta. I mean, I watched the Alcad versus TM series. There was a lot of big feet involved, so I was enjoying the stomps. Wait, should I tweet it out? Probably, right? Seems like the sort of thing I should do. Oof, oof, oof. What am I doing? Hey, Soren. I'm back. We watch Esports Asia. What am I doing? My Twitch. I need some kind of GIF as well. What's the GIF? Some kind of back GIF? Emote. This one? This one? This one. Undertaker waking up? I know. If I can do a Jake themed one, we should do a Jake themed one. Will I stream Vision TM today? Potentially. Do you know what time it is off the top of your head? Because I've got some stuff to do after Korea. But if I'm back in time, maybe. Preds for the day? I think, yeah. All Gamers and T1, these are the easy ones. And I think Falcons beat Zeta, like a 3-1 or something. That's where I'm leading right now. Do you have insight as to why the Freya wall perk seems to be... I wasn't really looking at the perk too much, because the wall one is where it's low HP. Low HP, you can see them, right? I'm going to start getting some walkouts here. Yeah, my guess would just be that actually when you're in these like versions of the comp where it's quite pokey, obviously if you're playing a projectile hero and you know when someone's going to walk around the wall, you can line up the shot really nicely, right? So I imagine it's just better for Jules in a lot of situations. And just better against these type of heroes, or these type of comps, I should say. Whereas, yeah, the slow one, maybe if you're just spamming and you just really just want the damage. Do I know how many monitors Smash destroyed? No. Wait, I should do Preds as well. I imagine it's very hard for Panda on her phone. So I respect. I'll do the Preds. All Gamers Global. There they are as well. I crank this a little bit. That still doesn't seem all that loud, honestly. Wait, hold on. Look at his jacket. Suited and booted. Just finished school. Twitch on mobile blows. You have to send a smoke signal to resub. What was I doing? Yeah. How? Because this isn't very loud for you at all right now, I imagine this. Let me see if I can... I swear I had a... volume control. Alright, let me see if I can... Let me see if I can drop out a crank. Which way am I going? This way? That's good? Yeah. Alright, I've had to crank it to 300. I don't know why it's so quiet locally, but... we can work with it. Maybe a bit too loud now. We've gone too far. Wait, maybe if I leave it cranked on that, and then I'll... this one will be easier to adjust. Have you seen how many teams All Gamers signed? Yeah, I saw a couple of tweets. It seems like they're really going all out, right? For all out for this. Morning, Gothberg. What was I saying? I was saying about Freya, wasn't I? Yeah, I feel like she's a bit more killable than anything like Sojourn or stuff was. But I feel like the bit that really feels busted is the... what should we call it? But the fucking the ult boost thing. I forget the name of the passive, but the one where you get 3 kills and you get just a quarter of your ult. Seems nonsense, right? Did we see... I only saw a couple of games, but did we see a lot of teams playing the... like, intentionally leaving kills with their Freya if there was one player left? Like, trying to pad nose... I should learn the name of a passive, really. But kind of pad those numbers.
네, 반갑습니다. 우선 시작부터 좀 죄송합니다. 제가 이
Where are we going?
팀
Right,
이름을
bounty hunting. Okay, yeah. Because there's the take aim shot. Yeah, bounty hunting. There we go.
자, 그렇다면 개막 첫 주부터 희비가 엇갈리는 두 팀인데요. AGG의 경우에는 2승 0패, 두 게임 모두 3대 0으로 순조로운 출발을 알린 반면 VEC의 경우에
I think it's broken out if you have ult, it stores them up. Oh, yeah. Was it... who was it? Was it... did it used to be the same with Ashe as well? Like, you'd get ult charge off one from Bob or something? Like the damage Bob did.
잘 보이지 않았단 말이에요. 얘네들 누구지? 이런 생각을 되게 많이 했었는데 이번에 이제 제타 상대로도 한 세트를 가지고 올 정도로 되게 좀 전투력이 많이 올라간 복병이라고 생각을 합니다.
오, 전투력이 많이 올라가서 복병일 수 있겠는데라는 말을 들어봤는데요. 굉장히 해맑은
Yeah, that's correct. I didn't even realize it's you got like if you send the ult, but then you get a kill just afterwards, it still counts, or does it actually? Oh, okay. So if you're holding your ult, you can store it up. Oh yeah, that's nonsense. So you just get 25. You start on 25% every time. So like if you have free charge, you use the ult, maybe you get, and then that ult maybe leads to a couple of kills. You literally have 50%. Yeah, we were watching TM play. It felt like Quartz just had an ult every fight. Thank you, Wi-Fi. Welcome back, mate.
저희도 스폰서와의 관계를 좀 더 돈독하게 하기 위해서는 이제 좋은 결과를 내야 된다고 선수들한테 이제.
Oh, hey Blue as well. Hey Mika. I see your YouTube chat. Hey LeBron. Hey Pess.
저는 이제 입금 전후가 다르다.
Hey Jumpin Fan 15.
네.
그럼 이제 오늘 모습 좀 기대해봐도 되지 않을까.
Didn't even know OWCS was back because I wasn't streaming. We're back now. Thank you, Mr. Fish, as well. Yeah, me and Unter are going to be on call. I should probably knock him at a certain point out of respect. Been a while since I've knocked.
아주 많습니다. 자, VEC 역시 그만큼 첫 승이 간절한 상황인데요. AGG를 상대로 어떤 각오로 오늘 임하게 될까요?
일단은 후회 없는 경기 하려고
Where is he? There he is.
노력 중이고 그리고 오늘 이런
Knocking.
결함된 말이지만 오늘 도시락 드랍해 주신 팬분들
Put it, where am I
정말
putting it? Over
감사드립니다.
here, maybe?
도시락을 이렇게 또 챙겨주신 팬분들께 또 이렇게 샤라웃을 해주신 우리 VEC 성남 팀입니다. 그래서 양팀 모두 오늘 경기 결과를 통해서
I can see the quiz. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll hit it over the weekend or something, Coleman. Because I'm only going to do it once, but everyone's fair. For those who don't know, Coleman was the organizer of said stag, and he had a few activities that me and my friends did that I think you guys might enjoy to see. So we'll have a look at the weekend. But there may or may not have been a quiz involved.
결과에 상관없이 열심히 하고 일단 카리나를 보러 가겠다.
이기고
아,
가겠습니다.
이기고 가겠다라고 들어봤습니다. 자, 과연 카레나의 힘은 어느 정도로 발휘가 될 것인지 궁금한데요. 그렇다면 VC 성남도 한마디 해주시죠.
Where have you been? I was on my stag to beats.
아직 이기기 어려운 상대는 맞지만
How's my day? Yeah, good so far. Just up.
하겠습니다.
Just up. So,
네, 자,
what about the
최근에
art?
다한 멋진
Not yet,
경기력
Coleman. I'll do it over the
이어지길
weekend with the quiz as well. We'll have like a bit of a pre-show on Saturday. So I think that seems like a reasonable enough time to do it. So yeah, a quiz and artwork. All about me as well. Oh, like a right princess. Alright, Nepal first map. We're going to squeeze in another bite of a sandwich. Sausage and bacon, Joby. It's a proper bat. Send the signal, Bruntley. Send it. All gamers is way. Sausage and pancakes. I'm not one for. Paddy would have it sometimes when we'd go out for like meals or like when we were on like at the Lands in London. He'd have like was it like fried chicken and pancakes sometimes, but I just can't get over the savory with the sweet. It's just it doesn't sit right with me. Whereas for bacon brie, I might buy some. I need to go to the shop later to get food for the weekend. So maybe the bacon and brie can make a return. British man can't comprehend flavours. They're weird flavours, alright? They're weird. Alright, Arissa ban. Lucio ban in response. All smiles on the Vesta side as well. That was a different aid. I think there was both aids. There was multiple aids in the Overwatch League. Fried chicken and waffles sounds so good. I couldn't get behind it. Worst breakfast I've ever seen any of the players order though. Worst breakfast, it was Khan. If you remember Khan, the German flex support we signed halfway through season 5. We're out at a diner for breakfast. We go to this diner every day for breakfast. Some of you might have already heard this story, so you know where this is going. We go every morning for breakfast and we get, you know, maybe like a Monte Cristo sandwich, maybe even chips, you know, just some normal breakfast type stuff. Maybe even a steak and eggs, or maybe fried chicken and pancakes if you had it. Khan, for breakfast, he ordered a burger and chips and spaghetti. Two mains for breakfast. It was 9 AM. What am I meant to do with that? You know what? Didn't even finish it. I feel like if you're gonna order something like that, you have to commit to finishing it. He didn't even finish. He didn't get through all of his burger. Didn't get through all of his spaghetti. Sparker? Nah, Sparker, protein was the order of the day. A lot of chicken for Spark. Dude is fueling up once a day. Yeah, he's just like a feast and fast type of guy. He'll eat all of his calories. All of his calories at 9 AM and then just vegetate for the rest of the day. Alright, in a bit, Coleman. Oh, alright. I think Max is coming to work. All right, so Orisa and Lucio ban, so probably expecting...
Real quick.
Oh, hello. 13,
Hello.
12, 11.
I don't have the
10.
link. I'm asking you for the link.
Oh, you didn't. The first bit
I
didn't
don't even
come
have the
through.
URL up.
Oh my god, this
Huh?
guy. Hey, Link. I have a name.
Thanks. I appreciate that. You start him up. Start him up.
Oh, it's been a while, but we're here on Nepal. It's going to be Anna Kiri coming out from the side of All Gamers Global. Sigma Zen Juno on the other side from Vesta, which is a lot greedier. Thank you, Friendo23, for the 4 months as well. Welcome back. So, all going to be about the dives. Can All Gamers get the flank going? But a rock! Oh no! Milgaru straight off the edge. This dive is not going to work at all. Sung An has been slept. Vesta are off to a good start now. They just need to contain all the threats on the side. Can move their way onto point. This should be a very easy first count for them.
Oh, can you count for me?
Nope, nobody's capped yet.
Oh, there's no numbers. There's just a circle.
Just zero.
Yes, it's
Zero.
dead.
Still zero.
Zero. Zero. Zero. Zero. 1, 2, 3,
You're ahead.
4. Am I ahead?
3, 4, 5, 6. Needs a percent.
We're
7.
so back. We're so back. Thank you for clarifying the percentage thing. All right, so that's just a absolute belter of a start for All Gamers. Milgaru rocked off the map by Sungen. The second you sign to an organization that isn't Wei, you lose 100% of your aura, and suddenly your team is fucking hopeless. Sonjin blinking up on the right-hand side right now, but he has to contend with Wu Chan on the Zenyatta, pocketing his tracer, slonking orbs down main.
Oh, thank you, Mayrise, for the sub as well. Welcome back. Single trades as Lee Min takes for Freya out of this one. Milgari can't get close on his backline for now. He's going to have to wait for his next bubble rotation. They're trying to force the point in the meanwhile here. Poking onto it right now. Aid still has... Aid will get that flip, but they've lost everyone as it comes through. Sungan's just pushed up on this left-hand side, got through to Maka. No resistance at all for him, and Vesta should be in pole position to flip this back. They're chasing out the Tracer on the side. Sunjin playing the Mega, but it's completely isolated here. And Sungam just able to control this entire left-hand side of the map. But Nano coming back for Maka now.
Feels like it's really difficult for AG to break into this one. They're really struggling getting Monkey to do anything at all. Milgaru only 50% of the way to a Primal Rage. Just so much damage coming out between Zes and Songan and Wu Chan. Maybe there's something to be said for a bit of Sigma here on this inside map. Rock has splashed onto Milgaru once again, but the counter nano is good, and now it's Songan backed up into the corner. Milgaru is not able to chase, but Wu Chan, out of respect, is going to go down with the Transcendence. What's going on here, Vesta? We've got a few ultimates in the tank. Any thoughts on using some?
Seems like they had all the responses to that. The Nano looked like it was going to come up a little bit short for All Gamers. Milgaru struggling, didn't have a Primal Rage to follow at all. No Flux, no Transcendence, no Ray, nothing to deal with that Winston, and a very easy retake given up by Vesta Crew, and now they're going to have to try and walk this Sigma and Zen into position. Now they have control of the chokes. All Gamers dive should feel a lot more powerful. They've got the Bowler, they've got the Kitsune Rush to drop on them. Meanwhile, Vesta are trying to come out on his side, poke their way in, but difficult to get out in this corridor versus for Freya. All these arrows getting sent down there. Trying to poke their way out. There's the Bowler. Big problem. Oh, the Transcender's not in time to save Zessen. Songana has rotated out the other side here, but now a player down as they try and take space. Now the Ray comes in. Another player lost. No DPS as these support ults are committed, and Lee Min has just killed everyone, and it's always Vesterable.
Oh, Vesta, where does it stop? Felt like they really had a, beyond concrete chance to take it in AG's first ult fight, and then here on this retake, every support ult, a day late, maybe $2 short. So a real disaster now for Vesta, as they've got no support ultimates to push back in, and Mac has already got himself another nano boost. AG, they're closing on 5 ultis. Don't be misled by Ade only having 70% of the ult. He'll have it in no time at all. Eyes on Zessen though, as he's flanking right now, might be able to crack things open.
Milgaru with the bubble. Might have to pop the Primal for this Flux. Will do it. They have the Nano and Kitsune Rush to follow as well. Nade's going to land onto Zessen. Don't know if Milgaru has found out. He has been Nano boosted as well in this, so really needs kills out of this. But there we go. There's one. Boots for Sigma back in as well. All over them. The Nano Primal gets it all done. Kitsune Rush on point. And in the end, pretty straightforward Sanctum for All Gamers Global, but big helping hand from Vesta.
Vesta, very, very respectful opponent, opting not to use any of their support ultimates in the ult clash, and just rolling over and taking it. Then, coming back in with their support ultis and using them all after their team has died. Hate to see it, but you know, here, I suppose this is a little bit of what we expected outside of the old situation. Monkey comps here on Sanctum. Sometimes you can struggle a little bit in the neutral, especially when you're going up against the Zed. But, you know, once the ults start to come into play, once Milgaru can pop the Primal, go in with the Nano Boost, be a bit more reinforced, makes sense that things would swing in their favor, and it would be very, very difficult for the slow comp to retake. Without space to begin with, Sigma can really struggle. But let's see what they're going for here on... Oh, let's go with Shrine, I'm going to say. And it's going to be Sungan on the Hazard, but a lot of double flex support coming out right now. No Brigitte in play despite the Lucio ban, and despite Milgaru still being on the Winston.
No, it should be very squishy backline in theory if Milgaru can find the connect here. But Sunjin is on the Sombra, which means a little bit harder to follow. Cross-map Virus won't connect to Sunjin's looking for his next time as a cloak in. Meanwhile, though, trade on the front line, and Sungan's lost that one pretty hard. Milgaru is going to be able to stabilize in this bubble. Freya's dueling it out as they look for their next one, but it's Macari's found this opening pick, looking for a trade, but Sungan is just constantly on the back foot here. Hacked up, damage through his block, forced all the way out, and they're just winning the neutral of these bubble timings repeatedly, and Vesta can't really find a time to engage or a time to commit.
I think it's like really interesting to see the way that Korea is changing week to week. First off, AG, or you know, Wei as they were previously known, they were the only team constantly spamming the double flex, but we're seeing more and more of it. I feel like, you know, maybe even a week ago we would have seen Anna Brig coming out from a team like Vesta, but now they've given up on the Surge Brigade. They're just going to go for the Juno and the Kiri. Lee Soo-min gets a pick onto Zessen as they try to retake up on the high ground though, so Vesta really struggling now that they've lost the space. It's going to be so hard, but oh my god, Aid flying over the wall to take down Search and Spawn. This is going to be so hard for Sungan to ever close the gap on Hazard here.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be able to get in at all. All gamers holding about the choke, playing aggressively. Now they've got this early bowler as well. Lee Soo-min on the right-hand side, Aid top left. They're just harassing them from spawn. You can see these outrageous angles Aid is able to get these early shots and early damage. Again, more pressure on the Juno. Surge is in more trouble. He can't get out of spawn. Aid literally spawn camping from across the map. Now the bowler out as well. Damage onto the Hazard. Doesn't confirm the kill as the Kitsune rush from Wuchang comes out. But they still have all positioning here, AG. They're low underneath. Chance to drop in. Pushing for these kills. Where is this Vesta frontline going? No Mega available for Sungan either. It's just going to be a very slow, very painful death. And we're getting to last fight territory.
This Adrian bloke is absolutely insane at Freya. Feels like he's never missing a bolt. Spawn camping Search from halfway across the map, hovering on a rooftop. Now we've got Lee Soo-min hiding towards the enemy spawn. Goes in with his Sombra. Not quite able to secure the kill, but the Sombra will finish it. Good on you, Sonjin. Suzy Q comes out onto the backline of Vesta, but an EMP from Sonjin now. They never let up the pressure. Sungan managed to secure the touch with Scarlet, making the swap over to the wheel, but he's already been hacked up. Self-nano on marker. Lee Soo-min hooning back in towards the objective, and it is just all gamers. I can't say all in the team now, all AG. There we go, all AG. Abe takes over the kill feed, and it's just done. 100-0 in the second round.
Absolute stomp, right? Aid taking over, but it felt all so easy for AG. And he said, "Way, we're out of that word trap. They're out. We'll never be caught again." But feels like this is might be a pretty telling trend for the series now.
It's just, I've been hearing a lot of murmurings that Aid is, you know, the Korean GOAT on this Freya hero. And then you start to see moments like this where he's just hovering above, shitting on everyone, solo carrying the lobby, and it's like, I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to see the vision here with this Aid guy. You missed the matches last week, but Proud was getting absolutely dominated by Aid in the 2-1 versus Wayne matchup. I don't know if you saw the bot or anything like that, but it was looking really rough for the Proud heads. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, because I didn't catch that match. I watched the Falcons versus T1 game, and it felt fairly even, fairly competitive. So I was pretty surprised to see AG just bummed them 3-0. I could see a world where AG win. Really not out of the question, but a 3-0 feels pretty egregious considering how, in theory, close these teams should be.
I mean, Falcons is looking a little bit worse for wear, to be honest. Like, they were putting in someone, and he was like really struggling on the Monkey, and then they were putting him in, and he was getting just like hard diffed on Orisa, like getting like almost 2x on damage, like really struggling on Horse. And then every time he was on Monkey, he didn't look confident. It's like they put him in for Shambali to play Monkey. Like, just one of the ground tankiest maps in the entire pool, like not even in the North American pool, and they've just got him playing bloody monkey and a horse on Shen Barley, like such a difficult situation. Oh, Jammo Win P, thank you very much for the 5 community gifted. Welcome to the 5 new parasocial friends. Love from Turkey, or love to Turkey.
Love Turkey.
No, we're not killing 9K, we're killing Sparkle now. Sparkle's the face of the team. With a brand spanking new face like that, how could he not be? But yeah, we're killing Sparkle for that one.
He's actually put in more work than anyone else to be the face of the team.
I see these headshots with bolts. Bolt headshots don't do double damage, do they?
I presume they would, no? They would,
Wasn't 2 direct bolt body shots just one-shot you? So like a bolt headshot couldn't possibly be one-shotting you. Like there's no way that a bolt headshot is a one-shot from any range, right?
Oh, thank you, Tomato Garlic Milkshake, for 3
Maybe there's
months.
like impact damage. Yeah, maybe there's like impact damage that can headshot.
Oh. Someone says, yeah, the arrow itself does, but not the
Yeah,
explosion. So yeah.
No, I thought it. Yeah. Oh, FLX Red Eyes, thank you very much for 1 community gifted that has rounded you out to 20 gift subs. Thank you, FLX. Not to be confused with Fix Red Eyes, a completely different person. But definitely I might make that account for myself, actually. Yeah. It's a new parasocial friend.
Get yourself involved.
You don't know how Freya works? I loaded into the practice range after the match to figure out how you reloaded the bolts. After the second match, obviously, not the first. The first one was of no concern. The second one was like, yeah, I'm like getting bolts in the gun, you know?
Truly no concern.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it'll buff out. Not really a nitty-gritty coach. Yeah, I'm more of a draft coach nowadays, to be honest. Like, I try to really dial in on the draft. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Just a draft merchant out here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never getting draft gapped ever again. You can't quote me on that, but... See, like, there's all these Seeker haters in my chat, and I just don't, like, I don't know where they come from, you know? Like, why is everyone so convinced that Seeker has AIDS? Like, I just don't get it. What did he do to you?
He gave them AIDS.
Hey, I don't think he did. I spent lots of time with him, and I'm still HIV negative.
When was the last time you were tested?
A bit before I met Seeker.
Uh-oh.
Who the hell is All Gamers Global? Yeah, that's a big international organization. He fucked up my parlay. He's Canadian. You were a Seeker hater. I was not a Seeker hater. You can literally see me gassing Seeker on my YouTube before I was on a team with him.
Also, I feel like a Seeker hater wouldn't offer him full-time employment.
Yeah, like if I was a Seeker hater, why would I be on a team with him? Like I wasn't strong-armed into the roster this year. I don't know. You know what? For the hero that's been out a week, we did lose 2 games in a row. So the season is over and we're cutting half of the roster. I take it all back. But you hate Kellen and here we are? Yeah, but like I'm a realist too, you know? Weren't you a Kellen hater? That would suggest that I'm no longer a Kellen hater.
You're a pretty straightforward guy, Max, you know? So some of the time, you just like to take it direct to the source with these things. Cut out the middleman. Cut out the social media, maybe Kellen will watch the Twitch stream at one point and just take it straight to his place of work.
Yeah. I'm so sick of the fact that he could like turn off his computer and get away from it all. So now I have his phone number. Like, I actually called him this morning. So like, I have really easy access to Kellen whenever it suits me. Finding Seeker to play with Kellen is exactly what a Seeker hater would do. Oh, God, they're caught on to me. They're gonna get me. People making some big narratives from 2 games. Hero hasn't been out long. That's what I'm saying. It's like people forgot we were just in China. Like what?
No one, yeah.
People are like, this roster is so dog shit and they need to cut everyone. Hello? We were in LAN like 3 weeks ago for topping our region. What? What do you mean we need to change our roster? Like, what? The cope is unreal? This isn't Christopher Cope. Chris came like 6th in Europe. Or maybe 4th.
Third.
And you didn't top your region. Yeah, we came 2nd, you're right.
This is how you know it's a good version of... The Cope is so good, his memory of events is he topped the region.
We were literally the vice champions of North America.
Vice champions!
We were the vice champions of North America, and now we need to make roster changes. Like, all right, we're rolling out on New Junk City now, and AG, interesting actually, Hazard versus the Horse. This is a matchup that I would pay to see. Minjay, are you watching? Are you watching, Minjay? Let's see how this goes. Let's see if AG can get it done. Well, what do you know? The team that doesn't have a fucking neutral fight lost the first fight. You still want to play Hazard here, Minjay? Do you still want to play Hazard here? AG lose the first fight. Vesta with the Horse instantly walk over AG.
Yeah, something about the first fights on the maps. It's just all the fights that follow it. That is the problem for Vesta. But you got to start somewhere. Good first fight. Going to be trying to play the Hazard here, but a few of the points a little bit nicer for Hazard. But his first point is very hard chokes, which should allow Sungan to have a lot of control of his Hazard's movements. Really be able to win this neutral quite hard in a lot of situations. And Lee Soo-min's actually going to get caught on the way in. They're trying to force their way through point here. Bit of space for Aid, but he's getting marked out by this Genji. Well, as much as a Genji can mark it at that distance. Aid is going to walk in and get a kill, but you can see Sungan all over Nisarissa, not allowing him to move. And another neutral for way of Vesta. Thank you, Cinnabar Overwatch, for the 4 months.
What? Cinnabar's given you 4 months worth of money? I don't think Cinnabar's given me a cent. I think Cinnabar's first time chat came in after a scrim we had versus him recently, actually. So this is... I'm jealous, I'll put it that way. AG really struggling here with the Hazard composition. Vesta, they've got themselves a nice early Freya ult, but I don't know, AG, they're going to have to sneak their way in. They're going to try and find their way towards the backline, see if Milgara can find some value. They've taken a turn, but nobody from the side of Vesta has died. Soon AG are going to have to touch the point just to not lose the game instantly. And Zessen, he's angling for his ultimate. A swing, a complete miss. Now we've got a deep push, and it's actually Zessen that goes down to Sonjin. Ade finds a kill as well, and no thanks to Milgaru, it looks like Vesta have, you know, pissed yet another neutral fight away.
Yeah, walking in
the ult fights that get them, typically.
Yeah. Cinnabar also says they've definitely subbed to you, Unter, so you've heard it here first. Unter can't remember the name of all of these fans. What a guy. Terror Surge now from Sungan to try and turn this. He's actually killed Maka. He thinks he can win it. He's got the full Juno pocket. The chase is on though, and Sungan's taken so much damage. Maybe a wasted clutch attempt there. Sungan saw a vision. They have flipped for point, actually, but full pocket onto Sunjin should be enough to get them back onto this. Now Milgari's there as well. They'll flip it right back, so a bit of a messy fight, but really limits the progress AG can get due to that flip.
Yeah, sure, Sam. Why not? Why am I not? Does it look like I'm not having fun? Like, come on now. Allow me. Sam Newton, everybody. Everyone say hi to Sam Newton if possible. Trades though, Search going down, no surprises there. Scarlet still wants to press the advantage, still wants to get it done. Orbital Ray comes out in rain. Main looks like Milgaru popped the downfall but didn't get it done. Sonjin's pulling the blade now, but the blade also comes out for, oh, what's his name? Scarlet. Scarlet's all over the Juno as well, and it's looking like AG, they can't quite clutch this one out. Lee Soo-min, so close to the beat drop, but not quite close enough. And AG, they're going to lose this first point to the Horse.
What's nice about always winning the neutrals is it can quite often lead to an ult advantage, and this time, instead of not pressing any of the ults, they do press the ults Vesta crew, unlike map 1, and they can convert that ult advantage into a first point. So they're now going to have to deal with a double support ult push and only a rally to weather that storm, but first point definitely worth it. The rally comes in early right now, and Milgaro just gets one shot, swap onto the Winston, going nowhere for him. Aggressive play from Vesta, proactive with the rally, and they'll get first flip as a result here.
Easy first flip for Vesta. And honestly, AG, over to Winston on... this is a piss take right now. What are they doing on Winston on New Junk City? You're starting to look like Space Station Gaming with the way you're hopelessly forcing Winston. Like I was saying, love that pick as Scarlet just goes down in the neutral to Milgaru very early on. They're going to get bodies on the point. Milgaru, he nearly goes down, forcing Lisham into pop and beat. Cap has gone the way of OG, but Milgaru is still dangerously low. He might actually be able to survive. Looks like they're resting off the objective right now. Lots of point pressure for Vesta. In fact, they get the flip. 2 supports alive to keep on on pocketing Sungen, but he does not have ultimate yet. It's going to be quite hard for him to juggle the cap. He throws his body on one last time. 90% to the Surge. Walks up, one clip Sonjin. Ray comes out from Marker. He's so close to the Surge. He wants to Surge into it, but Milgar's bubble is everything. 80's good for 3. Come on.
I mean, doesn't need the rate damage boost most of the time, but when he has it, decimates them. It was just looking like VEC Korea were going to find a way to turn that, potentially some kind of Terror Surge bowler combo available as now Ray was coming forward. But luckily for AG, Aid finds all those picks, and they will be okay. Now they can hold, and once again, Aid is going to be peeking over the rooftops, looking for that early damage, early pick. And they need something from Aid really with this bowler, because in theory, Vesta with a Terror Surge, the Ray a lot closer. The combo, the ults, all available for them here. So they need a bit of magic from Aid, but he's going to lose that opening duel, so it should be straightforward now for Vesta as they get on point.
It's a huge opening pick. Milgaru has a little bit of carry potential here if he can only get that ult up. But look at this. Zessen just keeps on going for it. Pops the ult, takes down Lee Sun-min, takes down Sonjin as well. Hovering up into the sky. Late kill onto Markin out. No trades coming through. Turn this shit off. Pirates Q just popped. Say less. Let me swap streams real quick. But Vesta, they are laughing for this next fight. Even though Milgaru has the Primal Rage, how can you contend with the Terror Surge Blade? It's such an easy combo. Wu-Chan's got the Orbital Ray Search. I mean, look, I did a quick little review of Search's Brigitte. I'm not going to put any stock into Search's rallies, because maybe just not good for it, even when he builds them. Either way, AG, they're pushing out now. They're going very quick. Scarlet, no deflect, no dash, on the run. Primal Rage comes through. Scarlet will be taken down. Now the support ults come out for Vesta. Literally never stop being Vesterable. Search goes down with the rally. Take the piss. Vesta, they have all of the ults, all of the answers. They have the Surge Blade. They have the Ray. They just use none of them. And they've given the cap. Sungen with a late kill onto Marker. They might try to clutch this one out.
Sungun's found one. No, not enough. Yeah, and they're not going to have a recontest here for it. Vesta have blown another big opportunity. Shades of Sanctum on that one. They're considering going for this, actually. They're walking in, but just going to be easy kills. And now Surge rallies! He really thinks he can clutch this, but he's just being gate-kept by Aid. There's a touch on point, but surely there's no chance at a clutch here. Outrageous choice to invest here from Search and Vesta Crew. And now, deflects on the torpedoes. Easy kill for Sunjin. Now push for cap over. And what on earth are Vesta doing?
Xavier, please call your oncologist. Call a team of oncologists. Vesta have cancer. This is not okay. What is that rally from Search? They have all of the answers, and they just let the enemy team walk up, use all of their skills, ult, and they still don't match. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Now AG, they get to roll into the next point with a huge bank. 60% on a Primal Rage, and that's the furthest they are from an ultimate. Vesta, they've got a good combo, but Lee Sun-min's got the beat online to match. Marker's got the offensive Orbital Ray. Aid is so good with these bowler shots. There's just a world of opportunity for AG right now, even though they're on a monkey comp. Aid actually gets caught on the rotation though, out in the open. Zessen, Sungen, all getting it done, but AG are gonna get the first cap.
We get the first flip, go for an immediate beat blade as well to deal with. The bowler's good, but I don't think it's enough to stop him. Little bit of a boop as well. Somehow, someway, they've dealt with this blade. They force him back. They still fork him their Freya. Milgaru can't finish the kill. He has to back jump. No primal. How on earth did they deal with that beat blade push? It looks so good for Sunjin, but he can't find the connect. Perfect amounts of peel. They deal with that big one. I think the Terror Surge probably helped him out in all of that as well to neutralize that blade. Lots of ults still coming back for AG, but Vesta get themselves a bit of a foothold.
Oh, God. At least Vesta are back into it, but I'm starting to get a bit worried because Search and Wu-Chan are closing on ultimates, and typically what happens when Vesta's supports have their ultimates is they find a way to throw the game. Zessen's under heaps of pressure early on. Milgaru's jumping deep. Ray comes out from Marker, but the blade is money from Scarlet. Takes down Ade. Marker's gone down as well. Both supports, the Butter Brothers, have melted before our very eyes. Milgaru takes down Zessen as well, and a 5v3 has somehow flipped into a 2v3 as AG take the fight. Get out of here. Search and Wu-Chan so close to their ultimate. Is it over, actually? Sonjin's really low. No, it's so low. What am I talking about?
Still, decent amount of capture progress, and they'll have both support ults for this retake. The problem is, we have seen this situation unfold before. Both support ults, just a bowler. What could go wrong, Max? It should be a straightforward retake. Use one to get to point, hopefully chase out the kills, get the flip, put the pressure on. Nothing can go wrong from here.
Nothing could go wrong. Literally nothing could go wrong. Do not watch Search and Wu-Chan, and I promise you, you will witness nothing of consequence. Now, we got Aid popping the bowler shot, munched by Sungan. Rally comes out from Search. Looks good. Using an ult to get to the point. Marker goes down. Could it be? Nothing is going wrong right now, Xavier. Spear from Sungan is good as well. Down goes Aid.
I told you. There was no hint of sarcasm in my tone before. I just told you nothing would go wrong because nothing will go wrong, Max. Live in a world full of optimism. Retake now, and it's on AG. On AG to touch. Zessen dies when he doesn't need to. Touch from Lee Soo-min as well. He's going to die for it. Can they get a follow-up touch? Going towards point. No touch for Terra Surge. Locks him up at the choke. And now, that's point lead for Vesta Crew, and they're on the verge right now of taking this New Junk City.
All it took was AG refusing to play the horse. Maybe Milgaru hasn't got a horse in him or something. I'm not sure why he's opening on Hazard, going to Winston on New Junk City. What's the theory here? I feel like there's been heaps of horse played throughout the stage. I feel like people are starting to nut out what is and isn't good into the horse. But here we are, playing Winston on, what might be the single worst Winston map in the entire OWCS map pool. Either way, Wu-Chan still has an orbital ray, which is, a great example of something that can't possibly go wrong. Double DPS ult and beat drop online for AG though. Vesta, they've got bodies on the point starting things off. And Zessen goes for the hiding play. 0 for 3 on bolts, 0 for 4 on bolts. Come on, man, give us a bolt. Aid takes down Scarlet pre-fight. Lee Soo-min's incredibly low. Can't get that beat drop off though. Maybe Vesta can turn this with their orbital ray. I don't even know where the ray is.
Wait, Lee Soo-min's off the map? All right, now a chance coming back in. Zessen looking for it. Any bolts? No bolts going. Sungan's been cleaned up on point as well. And a very bizarre fight in which Vesta Crew were the team that used the orbital ray to push forward. You wouldn't have maybe known that based on what we saw on our screens, but I'm being reliably informed it is true. Now, all of a sudden, AG 5 ultimates, everything to work with. This is a very difficult situation for Vesta. They really have to consider just trying to make this next fight as expensive as possible, set up a more reasonable situation come point 5.
Yes, Nero would play Winston here, homosexual, but the thing about Nero is that he wasn't good since the year 2017. So the king of Winston is now dead and rotting. Either way, here's AG's chance. Really even things up on the scoreboard. Deep push from Vesta, but no ultimates to support it just yet. Looks like they've actually just gone and hidden back inside, but out comes the blade from Sonjin. Oh my god, the beat from Lee Soo-min comes in short. Search has popped the rally. The ults are starting to swing in Vesta's favor. Fortunately, Zessen has to hit a couple of bolts in order to turn this one around, and we all know how those go. Oh my god, he misses the easy one, but he hits all the hard ones. Double tap on a marker. Scarlet closes the kill. Dash on a Lee Soo-min. 3 slashes on Lee Soo-min. The third slash being missed out of respect, but he dashes over to the mini health pack. It's a 2 versus 2 on the point. Maybe a 2 versus 3. Wu-Chan might be there, hidden away on the coast. Aid lost the duel to Wu-Chan, actually, and that is going to be Vesta. Oh, I'm speaking too soon. Sonjin on the run. Yeah, it's a 2v2. Lee Soo-min should be back by now as well. Primal available for Milgaru. No longer out of the woods. In fact, we might be doomed if we're Vesta heads. Spear into the wall onto Milgaru. Songa needs to be so careful to not get Primal off the map here. Has the Terror Surge to keep themselves alive. Will, of course, not use it because these players are so anti-clutch when it comes to ultimates. Oh my god. They actually would have won if he surged. I hate this team.
Oh, yeah, they're going to win the fight, but what is it worth in the end because the point goes through? Terror Surge was available to live, but Sungan didn't see the clutch opportunity, didn't see it, but saving grace, they've made it expensive. AG used everything and Milgaru back onto the horse. But Vesta Crew's ult advantage, Ray, Terror Surge, Bowler. Obviously, everyone's going to have a bowler every fight, but the Ray and the Terror Surge are going to be brutal. A quicker rally as well. Vesta Crew have the ults to close out this map. They have to keep their eyes on this Lucio Genji flank as it's a 3-2 formation for AG. They've got eyes on it right now, but as soon as the Virisa walks up here, a chance to drop the Ray and just win that neutral. Eyes on the flank, but no, Aid has combined with the Lucio Genji. They found the pick. They've fallen over. The Ray has come out. And every time they press this Ray, it just seems to be the lose button.
The support ultimates for Vesta, they are the ultimate loss condition. Now Sungan is being staggered off the point. Oh my god, we're so sad. Like, they come in, they have everything. They have all the tools. They have the Ray, they have the Surge, they have the bowler shot. They get none of them. They just pop the loss condition. Oh, and now it's going to be last fight by the time Sungan's back into it. Wu-Chan is on Lucio to speed in spawn because he's already used his grip somewhere along the way, I suppose. Now he's back over to the Juno, and this is rapidly closing on a last chance situation for the Vesta squadron. You think they're good for it? Search has ult.
Yeah, I mean, they have all the ults to get it done. Lee Sin-min nearly has a beat. Makin nearly has Foray, but if they can find a bit of a window before the support ult timing, that maybe can go. Walking with the rally already. Lee Sin-min has the beat. Bowler is out now. They're coming back into this one. There's the Terror Surge. Search has died. Terror Surge hasn't found all that much damage, and they're just chasing their demons into the pit. There's no one there for Sungan to follow up on, so Scarlet is completely unsupported with the blade up top, and it's just going to be easy for AG in the end. Second map in a row. And I guess it's fine. But there's chances. There's so many chances for Vesta Crew on this map. That's the bit that makes it worse, right? If you just lose to a team and they're miles better, it can happen. But the fact that it's right there for them makes it all the more painful.
Where can I watch the game, Cymax? Wow? Right here, would you believe? You're watching the game.
You're looking at it. Open your eyes.
It's on your screen. Like, there are cathedrals everywhere for those who like to see them, Cymax. Gomez, thank you very much for the tier 1. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. If you have contact with Zestin, I need a new bricklayer's apprentice. No, because the thing is, Zestin is good for it, provided he's not flanking. If Zestin is hiding, flanking, he's just good for nothing. Like, every bolt is guaranteed to miss. But if he's just in the neutral, he's alright. What we need to keep an eye out for is Wu Chan's orbital raise. Because how are we converting one of the best ultimates in the entire game to an instant loss screen button? Like, just instantly transported to the defeat screen.
Yeah, it
Could
was
we
maybe
boost Cymax?
3 rays, of which we win none of them.
Yeah. Just sad, really. Just sad.
Thank you, JMO Wimp, as well, for the tier 1. Morning Cat as well.
Oh. Do you have any codes to give away?
I do not.
Don't, but I could pretend to, and then just end the stream at the end of the game.
Mate, if you want some codes, I can write you some codes. I can't promise they'll work, but I can write you some out.
Yeah, code giveaway at the end of the stream, guys. Stay tuned. Wait, AGG picked up Way's roster? Yeah. All gamers. Another organization looking to get involved in Esports World Cup, would you believe?
Yeah, so I think they dropped 27 teams over the last week or something, so they're invested.
Wait, they picked up 27 teams?
Yeah, that's what someone was saying. I don't know if that's the literal number, but it's like, it's a lot.
It sounds
either
about
way.
Right. Yeah.
They basically just
like
gone,
I saw Virtus...
every game? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I saw Virtus Pro, like, you know, tweeting, flexing that they have games in so many different titles. Like, I think Team Liquid is all over that bullshit too. Is the greedy streamer yet again torturing us with ads? I'm barely running ads this stream. Like, I'm not even being a fat, repulsive, greedy streamer. I'm just being a regular streamer. But I mean, like, half of all of the chatters today are like complaining about my voice. You know, like, what can I do here? Like, I really feel like I can't win with you people.
Ah, like Vesta Crew.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this one. I'm a pirate. Oh shit! Pirate OW rated me with 109 viewers. Massive shout out to Pirate OW. Please, everyone here, all of you, check out Pirate OW's stream. I don't know how to shout it out properly. You need to fucking check out this guy's stream. Genuinely, I have not enjoyed watching a Twitch streamer so much for Overwatch in like 4 years. Like, genuinely, I get next to no pleasure from watching Overwatch anymore. But Pirate OW has truly... He has fixed Overwatch for me in terms of, like, I can watch, yeah, look at this guy's stream, give him a follow, just pure fucking quality. Genuinely so funny. Worst streamer ever, Wade? Don't say that, SNK. Don't say that. Thanks for the one singular bit. Did Pirate win his last game? I need to know. Did he win? I really hope he won a game.
I'm being told it was actually 16 teams, which is less than 27.
You won?
But still a large amount of teams.
Can we get a shocked wall for Pirate that he won? He won his last one? That's so fucking good. That's so fucking bad. Get yourself something nice? Thanks for the bit. Thanks for the bit. Yeah, of course he's a moderator. Of course. He provided me with upwards of 20 minutes of entertainment. Like, of course he is a moderator. The pirate has a sword. Get out. God, I closed my fucking browser where I was stealing pirates' content before, so now I need to like remake the layer. Let's see what happens when I click here. That was nothing. Just nothing there. That's good. There we go. Just a reminder, you must follow this guy. Pirate OW. Oh, 100 bits from Dead Animal Man 34. That's a horrible Twitch name. Horrible. It's funny, Marjed isn't even good at content creation. He has 200 viewers co-streaming, while PG has 1,000 just playing OW. I don't really know if that logic is sound, to be honest, mate. I feel like PG's a really big streamer, and Marjed is not a really big streamer. So PG has built up his viewership over a long period of extremely consistent streaming. Marjed started streaming 3 days ago. If you want to cast judgment on someone's view count, why don't we ask some questions about Avast's view count right now? You see, right next to Sir Marjed is Avast, a self-proclaimed titan of Overwatch content creation. The titan himself appears to be neck and neck with a man that started streaming in Arabic 3 days ago. So that's where we should. These are the real questions that need to be asked. Is Marjed even streaming in English? Let's find out.
No, I think he streams in Arabic.
W7SH. What does W7SH mean? I hope it doesn't mean anything bad.
Does it mean like washed?
Oh my god, when he said my name, he was so Saudi when he said it.
Don't diss Avast, bro. It's for Pioneer for what you're doing. Nope, that's Sideshow. That's Sideshow you're thinking of.
Sideshow was the OG. I'll bump him right back. He fist bumped me if you even care. Right, I'm done with him.
Of course he did. I've met Majid before. I know how the interactions go.
Yeah, no, there's like, if he can't dap you up, a bump.
I'd actually have so much time if he dapped the camera every time he got a sub.
Beast, monster, you just called him a slur, you just cursed his entire bloodline. Sideshow invented co-streaming. Sideshow invented co-streaming. Jane invented esports. Who next? You know?
Overwatch is a field of pioneers.
Is PG a better hit scan than Majed? Is it bench warming? No, Majed's the goat at bench warming. Pirate already got shouted out, mate. Unter, why do you sound like the SSG coach? He's my brother-in-law.
In-law.
The in-law really contributes.
In many ways, it's really weird that in this hypothetical, your sister has chosen to marry someone who looks very similar and sounds very much like her brother.
But what's the... I think an Oedipus complex is when you want to have sex with your mother. Like, what's the equivalent for your brother? There's got to be a complex for that, right?
Yeah, let me just quickly Google about sleeping with your brother here. Yeah, no, that'll give me some.
What's it called? What's it called when you want to sleep with your brother?
Oh, I'm being told W7SH actually translates to beast, but like as in a compliment.
Ah. An Unter complex. That makes sense. Have you seen the roster of Vision Esports? I saw they have 3 Koreans, which feels like an interesting rule, but they're going for the auto qualify to the LCQ and then lose at the LCQ strategy. I like that, to be honest. Thank you for calling me a beast. Fake out 27. I know.
Unter lives on a farm, so no surprises hit there.
I live in the city. You think Chips has got the Unter complex? You are big monster. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And thank you for the follow, TMH Flame. If the limit is 2 Korean imports per team, could you pick the 2 North and 2 South Koreans and have 4? Isn't that broken? Well, that's actually what they did with Donghoon, would you believe?
He sent him to North Korea.
When they see north of the wall, when they see a sniper, they put their shield down out of respect. That's why Donghoon plays the way that he does versus Widowmaker, but all of the South Korean Brigada players actually go shields up and block the Widow. It's a crazy thing. Cultural differences, north and south of the border.
Thank you, Sam the Moonman, for the tier 1, or the tier 1 gift to Alpho, and thank you, Seppu, for the gift to Soren. Lots of gifters.
Gifts to good people, you know?
Good people.
And Alpha. Shields up, go Glads. Oh, I miss them.
Alright. Ridder's happy, and a ban, followed by a Torb ban, which maybe implies... I actually don't know. Kind of implies AG wants to just play Hazard. I don't know about the Anaban or Ridder's happy. Feels like it's... Go on.
These people think that Krusty is in a position to save anyone at this point. I'm not sure if you noticed that Krusty has been playing Mag on D.Va for an entire stage of EMEA, and after doing that for a whole stage, he did it again this week. And then he got a fucking Genji one trick and put him in and let them ban Genji first map that they put him in.
He signed the best Genji in the world to play Tracer.
Honestly, Krusty ain't saving shit. Krusty needs an assistant coach to do all the thinking for him. Oh, Abdul Rahman B with a highlight in my message. How do you know the porno is good? When you get a warning at the start. That's a fucking fantastic 100 channel points, mate. And a cracker of a joke, too. Thanks. You were saying Anaban versus Torban. I think Anaban, maybe it's a reaction to Jasmine being in the server. Not sure. Because, like, looks like they're going to play Monkey. And I think AG's comp right now, it can win versus the horse. I think Monkey and Kiri matches up decently versus the horse. But that being said, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Because if the Kiri doesn't get lots of dinks on the horse, then it can be really difficult to maintain cart control. And if you can't win a fight with a good, solid dive, could just be a situation where they're going to have the cart consistently stolen away from them.
Yeah, they're trying to rotate in here, so Jasmine's going to try and make that first move, but Ada's been pressured out, so no bolts to follow up on that dive. And Vesta Cruz seems to have stabilized, but here's the next jump. Move back again, and it feels like Vesta dealing with all of these jumps right now, keeping Jasmine at arm's length. Peek over the rooftops. Ade can't find the final blow. Lands in front of his Tracer, still somehow trades 1-for-1. But Vesta Cruz still stable, trying to work their angle for Zessin. They have that Freya advantage now, so should just be able to win this poke fight as long as they can avoid these dives. But they're actually rotating, playing it quite passively here, Vesta. Gonna try and deal with this Sombra flank as well. Search marking that. Sunjun's taking a lot of damage as they clear this Winston as well. There's the kill. Catches him on the back jump. Only a 1-for-1 trade, but now tank advantage as well. And it's a win of small margins here, but Vesta Crew are slowly but surely easing this cart forward.
You're right, guys. I could fix Mag. All I need to do is coach Mag and I could fix him. I see the potential. AG, you see, they've got an EMP. They have EMP'd Sungen and just taken him off the face of the earth, apparently. Not sure how that's happened. But what I was trying unsuccessfully to say before Sonjun rudely interrupted me by first picking the enemy tank is that Jasmine only has 40% of a primal rage. The Winston is doing absolutely nothing here. I would go as far as to say that the Winston is having a really hard time. AG have taken the lead at this point, but Sonjun, over on the flank, he can't work his way in. And now there's an orbital ray turn for Vesta, which is going to be incredibly difficult. Sonjun behind has been scouted out by Scarlet as well. He's being chased, but Scarlet has recall force because of an accurately placed Violet. Oh my god. Sonjun kills Scarlet in the back? Vesta just sucks. Wu-Chan manages to get a kill in the trade, though. Orbital Ray for Kitsune Rush. Ray tends to win that one. And AG, they got to be careful they don't lose control of the cart. Aid is doing, typical Aid on Runasafi stuff where he's floating around on all of the rooftops. Nasty angle, very difficult to deal with. But let's see if Vesta can actually close this one out now that they've stolen cart up main.
Stolen the cart, but a little bit low on numbers. Scarlet's regrouping with them now. Dive comes in. They'll swing around the corner. Wu-Chan trying to rotate forward away from the danger. Bowler on the back, though. Aid, how on earth has he ended up here? He's just everywhere on the map, skirting the rooftops. 1-for-1 trade for Terror Surge getting its job done. No primal just yet for Jasmine either. The rally comes out from Search, which maybe feels a bit heavy-handed in the end, considering how low they were after that Terror Surge. But they'll get checkpoint off this, so they'll get value out of their ultimates.
Yeah, this is honestly starting to look really good for Vesta. And I think AG's comp, bit of a sign of the times with what's going on right now with the state of Freya. It's suddenly so much more difficult to play the Winston. Freya applies massive pressure. Before, pre-patch, pre-Freya release, this matchup would have been an easy win for the side of AG. You could back them 100%, but you can see AG's the team that's trying to play all of these old school comps. They're trying to play the Winston, they're trying to play the Hazard. New tanks are better now, guys. Jasmine pre-fights Wu Chan. Unbelievable. No ults required. Jasmine just gets a pick on Wu Chan before the fight can even start. Sonjin is running around, and somehow he manages to get Search as well, who appears to be incapable of turning around. Down goes Sungan as well, and even though the checkpoint has been secured for Vesta, they have crumbled in this post-check fight. Now look up to the ults.
3 ults in the bank for AG, nearly a Kitsune rush to add into that one as well. Worst part of that fight for Vesta, didn't force anything out, so they are going to be behind on ultimates for at least the next couple of fights. Sunjin has the EMP. Last time it was just a one and done onto the Orisa. We'll see what he chooses to do with this one, but it looks like more of the same. Just wants to one-shot this Orisa, bubble onto the healing, so nothing coming through. No torpedoes getting through to save Sungan. Nice, easy one. Now they're pushing for cleanup kills. Needs to be careful not to lose anyone here. They're trying to die on point. Primal's actually going to get forced out as well, so one more ult bled out by Vesta. But no trades just yet. Pushing now onto aid. Oh, Scarlet. Super important trade there. One will do it. Helps them out a little bit. Now they're close to nearly 3 of their ults, Vesta.
It's a valuable trade, as now Aid's not going to be there for this final fight. But checkpoint should be secured for AG. Sonjin catches a spear on the chin, but continues to apply pressure from the side, misses an easy virus there, and you can see Sungan has dropped down to the objective, trying to prevent AG from getting any more meterage. Market jumps up top with the Kitsune rush, goes for a flip, but he's just taken down by Scarlet. Aid's back in the mix, so it's only a 5 versus 4 right now. Wu Chan under a hell of a lot of pressure, but Jasmine goes down as well. No lead conceded right now. Trades all going in favor of Vesta, only Wu Chan gonna go down. Look at this, not only has Wu Chan died, but Vesta managed to steal the cart back to the middle. That means Sonjin is on a different respawn wave, no ability for him to avoid being backspawned. Vesta might actually be able to leverage a lead from this. I know Wu Chan isn't here, but with the ult bank they have right now, huge advantage. How can they stop the cart fight?
So hard for him. They have to play for trades, AG. They don't have anything to work with. 2 support ops in the
Sack
previous
up and
fight.
touch the
No
cart, you
success.
pussy. Oh, God.
Just how they swing the corner now. Rally to start it. Coming round. Bullying their way through. Pocketing Zessin in. He has to deal with Aid on the off angle. Can't. Aid wins natural. And now all of a sudden it could be a support ult. Disaster again. Ray is going to be invested from Wu Chan. Kills Jasmine immediately. They're walking forward. They've still got control of payload. They haven't got loads of kills out of this, but they've got progress. Still above and behind them right now. Vesta are not out of the woods, but they're starting to put a significant lead in. But Search dies late, and they might just get bled out here. It's still a dogfight. Sungan continues to anchor point as Scarlet moves ever deeper with Zestin trying to find these kills. Him and Wu Chan have got one. Another duel coming through. Aid's going to take this one, but Zestin's got his number. Jasmine is back on the payload, but he's a lone figure. He has to try and back jump. They can push for a late kill onto Jasmine here as well. Huge meterage for Vesta.
That's the thing about playing the Orisa comp. That's the thing about push with these AFK tanks. You just sit on the objective doing nothing and keep getting meters on the board. Vesta, they've barely won more fights than AG, but every time they're winning the fight, Sungan is parked on the cart getting meters. He swings the corner, going for a spear onto Sonjin. You can see that he's considering that Terror Surge. Sonjin has the EMP, but the Terror Surge catches nothing. Sonjin doesn't even need to try and cancel it. EMP comes into the back. Sonjin catches a Suzy Q, trades with Zessin. Lee Sumin for Zessin right now. Aid in the back. He's gone for a big flank. He's got the bowler shot in the back pocket, but Sungan is trying to mark him out. Scarlet has been virused. It's a 4v4. Aid gets the better of Search, who was almost certainly facing the wrong way. Bowlers come in. Wu Chan goes down as well. Vesta is still pushing the card in all of this savior. It doesn't matter that AG are winning the fight.
They're having to play this angle game here, AG, and it's working in some respects in the sense we see it from Aid's POV. He's playing all these super deep solo flank positions. He's getting insane angles. He's finding kills. He's finding picks. But like you say, that payload's just moving forward, so it's 108 meters on the board. Pulse bomb to 4 says Primal. Jasmine's half HP, so this Primal was going to go not a whole lot of anywhere, really, just used to live. Now they're going to have to rely on their Kitsune rush. They do have ult advantage here to keep going. Jasmine jumps back in. He takes a lot of damage. Bowler is good from Aid. Connects that one mid-air. Should be able to get a second kill off this as well. But Bowler gets him out of it. Nowhere to go for this. Wait, baby! Takes aid with him. Search Wolf be good for that one trade, but just a single trade. They'll turn off the close spawns, and now they can push forward. But Kitsune Rush, Primal out. Now Vesta have a few ults of their own coming up.
Absolutely disgusting performance coming out. Is the stream like really weirdly low? I've just got better quality again. But really insane clutch from Abe, but a super consequential death at the end there, as he's no longer there to apply the pressure. Sungun's just going to throw his body right back onto the point, and they can't even turn on the close spawns. Sonjin, they turn on the close spawns for free actually, because Sungun pushes over to the side. Big drop comes out, and Search will fall. Search tries to push with the rally instead of playing slow, instead of playing reactive, pushes right into a counter beat. Vesta, they need to start blocking Cart or getting all the way out of dodge right now. You can see Sungun is trying to escape, pops the spin on the run. Orbital Ray from Wu Chan comes out. That's the loss button, folks. Are they going to lose it? No, they're going to catch a kill on marking. Oh my god, the tides have shifted. It's now a win button for Wu Chan when he calls down the Orbital Ray.
He's rebounded. And all of a sudden,
what's your name on Discord?
They've saved it. Now Vesta walk forward. They're going to have Terra Surge, a Bola, or even a Pulse Bomb to combine with this in the next fight here. Great opportunity. Winston coming back, trying to fight early. Jasmine's already on the backline right now. Sungun's going to turn on that one. Genji's flanks inside with him as well, where Sungun tries to boot Jasmine back in. Can't find it. And A's just going to walk through. Another flank catches Scarlet unawares. Now he's got the pressure onto this as well. Zessen's going to try and respond, but here comes that Genji pressure. Pulse Bomb. Oh, Scarlet has gone down, sorry. So now it's going to be on Zessen to flank. Going all the way behind. I don't know if they're aware of it. Here comes Sungan. Bolt's coming through from behind as well. Terra Surge to finish it. Sunjun will go down as a result. Torpedoes come through. Sungan continues to anchor point. Jasmine has the primal to keep going as he's on the backline. Scarlet now back in the fight as well. But, oh, AG. They don't think they can go. The Pulse Bomb, the Bola, all thrown in. Combines, and Zessen and Scarlet free between them there with all that damage. And Vesta Crew starts to look good. We're going into overtime. Is there even a touch? Where's Sunjun?
Oh, I'm not sure where Sonjin is right now. Dashing, blading to get to the card.
Not touching.
No hope in the world. Look at this. The Winston forces losing to the new era of tanks. And when I say new era of tanks, really, it's just Freya being so fucked that it's really hard to play Winston now and get any value because you can't back jump without getting one-tapped. But yeah, is my stream quality changing, or is it just the clean feed fucking around with me? I'm gonna turn it up to 1440p because yeah, that shit was occasionally just looking like complete arse in the middle of the map. I hate it when the Winston forces lose.
Yeah, certainly, I mean, to be fair, the Winston is really helping them. By them, I mean Vesta.
We all agree that Waits is one of, if not the best NA coach. Retweet on that one. Just like that tweet. Redistribution of wealth? Ooh, that's good.
Are you calling Freya's ult the boner, or am I hearing what I want to hear? You're hearing what you want to hear.
No, I was calling it the boner the whole time. You're not projecting it. They needed Doom. It's actually amazing, Hawk, to see that now. Wait, did you watch that map, or did you just tap in at the end to see the result? Because I was kind of pressing the issue that the team that is playing an AFK sit on the card do fucking nothing tank is just winning. Reagan could learn a little from how Vesta are handling this aid crisis. That's really good. That's really good.
That's class.
That's the first time message too. Isometric? Yeah, that's a pin. That's pinned for an hour. Cheers. Unserious game, everyone knows. Look, Xander, at the end of the day, you pick the lowest skill tank that the devs have put out recently, and you instantly collect your free win. It's just the way that it works. You can't even play Hazard anymore. They had to swap to Dishonorable Urisimira to take it. Wheats, Casaurus, and Capitology are the holy trinity of North American coaches. Jesus fucking Christ. The best coach in North America is a Korean guy.
Isn't that the same in all the regions?
The highest paid coach in North America is a Dutch guy. And he didn't even make the land. With his super... Cass is Dutch, no?
Yeah, no, it's...
just make
There's no other Dutchman. Was a joke, yeah.
What the hell just happened to your message? That's 20 bits to do that?
Oh, thank
The
you,
hell?
Juby, for
That
the
is an
15 months.
insane highlight. I made more money in the time it's taken for me to send this than how much 1,000 bits cost. Jesus. Wait, did that cost you 20 bits or 1,000? It says 20 bits. Maybe
What
you
was it,
bought
like the
1,000.
big message?
What are you like a? How are you making that much money per second? What's 1,000 bits? Is that $100?
No, it's like isn't that like $10?
1,000 bits?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's $10. I guess making $10 in a short period of time is not out of the question. What'd you do for that $10? What'd you do for work, Turkey? Don't tell the Chrysler Big Winston is gone and Boring Ground Tank is back. Well, all I'm saying is that team is absolutely draft proof, and that's a direct quote from Christopher.
Yes. I mean, he did literally say those words in that order, so what do you want from me?
Mr. Turkey does not tell his secrets. That's so Turkey coded. That is so Turkey coded.
Yeah, for those Jasmine is an off tank, yeah. I very much feel like this last sub was, well, we can win no matter what we do. And then they learn, well, maybe not quite no matter what we do. There was a thing. But I reckon we'll get to...
Took it. Oh.
I was going to say, I reckon we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming now.
Ooh, true, actually. Haven't had a bento box today.
You're ordering a bento box?
No, actually. I wasn't going to order anything, but Turkey just gave 100 bits and reminded me that, yeah, last time I was streaming, every time I streamed, I ate a bento box. And now thank you for the 100 biddies, Turkey. But yeah, I guess I could do a bento. What I was going to do, because I ate well for lunch, so I was thinking I could do breakfast for dinner. Like I could put some oats in the microwave for dinner. Like if I had essentially what qualifies as a dinner meal for lunch, surely that means that I can have breakfast for dinner. Get your bento box, fat boy. You know what? For a US dollar, I'll accept it. I just bought a breakfast burrito from a food truck with 2 reviews. Oats in the microwave with a bunch of question marks? There's no way that microwaving oats is like a crazy thing to do.
I'll just
What do you question mark? Is that just like a pretty normal way to cook oats without dirtying a pot?
Yeah.
Who doesn't? I put water in instead of milk. But yeah. It's just like instant porridge, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, don't fuck up the pred payout. We're true to form here.
Oh, I should do the Preds actually. Fuck. Who would I bench out of Merit or Merit Proper Stalker? Well, Proper's not available, right? So the easy answer today is Proper. But I think it all depends what comp you're playing.
Why is everyone writing Diddy OW? Who's the Diddy in this situation? What's your go-to grub when you're gassing off the Grizzy, though? What does that mean? Am I too old?
Yeah, this is how... When I would read a sentence like that, you would actually be my go-to person to come to as like a translator of the youth.
Now they're calling me Unk. What's a Grizzy?
Type of bear, I believe.
Diddy Free? No, it wasn't a Diddy Free reference. A baby oil, none of that.
Starting to think it's not a bear.
I'm Googling it. Grizzly.
The grizzly bear?
Grizzly. No, not. I hate Google AI. I hate Google AI.
Look,
Grizzly.
Me and the AI are on the same page. The bear, right? It's saying the same thing.
Yeah, because it's just correcting it to
You're
Grizzly.
looking for the bear, mate.
Grizzly. When a person of some sort, usually a hustler, has a whole system to get money. So Grizzly is like a hustler or a grind or something.
Oh.
Grizzly, to be on the grind, trying to get that money, getting back to work. In context, yo homie, I need to get on my Grizzy so I can buy these Jordans. Awesome. Now we know. Russell. I'm familiar with the Grossel,
Grizzly
but
Bear.
the Grizzy I was not familiar with.
Wait, in hindsight now, is Grosso actually just a combination of Hustle and Grizzy?
A grind and hustle, surely.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
And Grizzly is obviously like, you know,
Grind
some sort of
and-
shoot off, grind and I don't know. I can't get the compound word there. I'm lost, but you know, I tried.
We've made progress.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Sims, and thank you, Vanilla Freshers, for the Tier 1 and the Prime, respectively. We're over to Circuit Royale as Vesta crew are attempting some kind of reverse sweep. The series has actually been relatively close on a couple of these maps, but we're going to get a very different matchup now. Sunghan's going to be playing the Sigma. Jasmine continues in the roster, also on the Sigma right now. And it's going to be Bap Alari versus Bap Lucio. I think this really is actually one of Sunghan's better heroes now, so I'll be interested to see how well he can do in this matchup versus Jasmine.
DFC Connor, thank you for the 7 months. NZ greater than AU, but only when you give me money, not because I actually believe it. Yeah, I would say that AG's comp looks a little bit better, to be honest. I think if you're trying to run down a team with a Mei, with a Lucio comp on this map, you best pick something that can actually push through the Sigma, not just another Sig. So I'm not too sure about the tank selection, but I guess it makes sense when there's a Ram band. Isometric, thank you very much for the Tier 1. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. You're the one that had that cracker of a comment, so it makes sense. Window comes down in main from Wuchan though, and the press is on for Vesta. AG don't have any ults to respond, and Jasmine's gonna fall. Could you give me a couple of seconds as well? Because I think we're out of sync from here changing that quality.
34, 33, 32, 31,
33,
30.
32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27,
Yeah.
26, 25. Done. Nice. Lee Sumin's gone down as well. Investor have capped the first point after I criticized their comp because Lee Sumin heals too much. So the team that heals less damage, or that Wu Chang gets to heal more damage, gets a first tempo window. Just win the game with your bullshit first tempo window. Are you still watching, Hawk? Do you see how dog shit this game is, Hawk?
Thank you, Plum, for the 30 months as well. Is Bap just a circuit pick, or is he back? Kind of just a circuit pick. But that's about as back as he can hope for in the current meta. Now, attempting to continue their snowball. Vesta, they don't have a window, they don't have much else just yet, but once they have this blizzard, that's their big wing timing. They just need to avoid this window, avoid this captive sun in the meantime. AG have a great chance to stabilize. The window comes out initially, but a little bit early. Does force for Lamp, and Jasmine's going to maybe try and walk on this Baptiste, but not getting too much, just zoned him into a corner right now. But no follow-up, no continue to push. Now Lee Min, he's going to have the next hold, but the Flux catches the entire backline. They're so low, but no follow-up damage contained at the choke. They hold on. Search still has the beat if they want to push forward. They lose Wu Chan. Now the Flux comes through as the beat. Search is going to take all of that, the Captive Sun combined with that one. And there was a timing there for Vesta, maybe to be a bit more aggressive after that window, to walk in, but they waited a bit too long, and then Jasmine uses these Flux to counter out the beat, stops everyone pushing forward, and they get the hold.
Thank you for the dollar turkey. Vesta, it felt like they had a chance there. When they went for the Flux, perhaps a Blizzard combo would not have gone amiss. Little 1-2, uncounterable combination to get them across the line. But now they have to get the Blizzard going with a much longer sideline, with much more pressure. You can see Scarlet looking for a flank, but Sonjin is there ready to match it. Zessen holding onto the updraft, goes for a little peek, gets nothing for it, misses everything. Jasmine's taking down Sungan and Mix as well. No ultimates used by AG, but a window from Wu Chan and all of that. Not a great start for Vesta, I must admit.
You can see them trying to use this Lucio Mei group to get Scarlet into a position for it. Actually, Scarlet's found a kill. We'll lose the 2 players in main as a result, though, so can't really do anything with this. Still gonna have to wait for that Blizzard. Scarlet has continued to push behind. He's found a second kill. He is now trapped in shield and wall to get him out of that one, so Scarlet will get 2 and walk back. This should make the next walk up a lot easier for Vesta, and now provide a really good opportunity for Scarlet to finally find some Blizzard value.
Feels like we need a written invitation to see these DPS ultimates come out for Vesta, but here it is. Well, out comes the Blizzard counter window from Market. Jasmine is frozen up. Zessen goes for the ultimate up on the high ground, but somehow goes down. 1-for-1 trades though, as Jasmine will die in the end. The counter window wasn't enough, but Aid always delivers. Comes in on the flank, hits the bowler shot on the Baptiste, goes for a few bolts in the back line, doesn't get anything. Sungan is actually pushed in with the Lucio, takes down Lee Sumin. Sonjin trades Search. Everyone's name starts with an S right now. Scarlet balled into a corner. Sungan trying to throw up the shield, trying to keep Scarlet alive. The push not quite complete for AG. Zessen going to go down on the cart as well. Lemon, thank you very much for the tier 1. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Health Repulse, thank you for an additional $1. We love turkey. And that's going to be Vesta's push, stopped again by Aid's heroics.
I think Aid came from third point. You know the third point balcony? And then he uses all his flying and his movement and his slow fall to get all the way across and round, which means he has a completely free, unmarked flank, which is where he finds that setup for the bowler onto the backline, gets the trade, then all of the good ults from Vesta, they don't go anywhere in the end because they lose too many people on the way in. Now a chance for AG, plenty of ults in the bank to make this cross all the more difficult. They get their Lucio Sigma through. That's also far. The overclock doesn't find anything from Sunjun, though. They are trapped underneath. Lamp comes through. That's going to trigger the flux now. No Lamp to deal with this. Jasmine gets 2 for it as well. Cost them 2 ults to stop this rotation. They do give a clean fight, and we're approaching the final minute.
Oh, looks like they found a way to get through to the text-to-speech system with a very, very long text-to-speech messenger, because that's really long. All right. I need you to... There's a few ultimates online for Vesta right now. There's a flux for Sungen to take them up the slope. Surge can pop the beat to bail them out. Surge pops the flux really early, though. Starts taking a lot of damage. 1 HP in a dream. Surge, now you use it! The support ultimates are always too late for these guys. No.
Window now, gonna get matched out by Maka as well. Zessin has it, and actually the DPS have found a couple of picks. Aiden's stuck in the middle as well. They've managed to crack this one open. Scarlet lives. They can poke Maka out. They can start forcing them back. Will be a retake here for AG. It's a sim from Sunja just to try and get everyone back to spawn quicker. But in theory, Vesta, they have the bowler at the choke. Should be easier for Zessin to connect on this one. And Scarlet's getting very close to that blade. Out of nothing, Vesta might cap second.
Oh.
Bowler comes
I'm
down.
just still hearing you, this single emoji.
Drops it on the point. Lamp has been forced out early. Blade getting very close for Scarlet, but they've lost Lee Min. Scarlet down to 2 HP. Can they get him out? Scarlet dies with the blade. Aid is coming out. He's traded by Wu Chan as well. It's all coming down to it. 2 versus 1 just for Sim. They've surely got it. Zessin finishes it off. They capture second. How on earth have Vesta found their way on third point here? Sunshine actually nearly got an entire wall out of that fight as well.
Somehow, some way, Sonjin comes back in the recontest, absolutely juices the damage. Don't think it was even going into Sungen, right? Because Sungen popped that flux earlier on this, so I'm not even sure they were there for it. Either way, Jasmine has their own flux, Sonjin has the wall. Would be great to have that wall for overtime, to be honest, so that you can just brawl in on the cart, split the cart in 2, take down the players that need to touch. But, you know what, if you want to win a fight here on the close corner, you might as well throw it down too. Massive anti-nade from Wu Chan, though, and this is a disaster. Scarlet with the blade, chopping up absolutely everyone. And Wu Chan may not be good for it when it comes to the ults, but in the neutral game, unmatched. That Onanade was game winning. Now there's a real snowball possibility for the side of Vesta. Very late death for Marker as well. Thank you for the additional $1 turkey.
Really great situation now for Vesta in terms of position, but not so great in terms of ultimates here. It's a flux and a wall they have to deal with. Zessin all the way in. TP now comes out onto the coast, but they catch Jasmine underneath. They weren't ready for that at all. It was a trap. Now an opening pick onto the tank. Sunjin might have to use this wall sooner rather than later. Maka is dead again. It's falling apart for AG. Now the sim wall is out, but a free flank for Scarlet. Trying to clear these turrets. They disengage for sim wall, using every second of that clock. Jasmine will be back with flux very soon, but look, Search has the beat. They've got the tools to deal with this. It's a beat push even.
The nano comes soon, but Wu Chan, he doesn't have any time. Sungen goes down. Aid lands the boulder shot on Zessin, and it seemed like Vesta they had such a good chance, but they've just crumbled there in the face of Jasmine's flux so nicely with the ults layered. Sim wall into flux, into boulder shot, and there was just too much damage front loaded. Could not be dealt with for the side of Vesta.
Yeah, twice now.
A couple of miracles though.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at how that second point was going, the fact that we were at the end of third honestly seems like a bit of a small miracle for Vesta. I think there's a couple of times now we've seen the same interaction where Search has had the beat and they've chosen to push aggressively with it, and Jasmine has just fluxed the pushing targets, which means a bit of the beat health has already expired, means they can't keep going with this, and situations just like that, where it's nice, easy counter out to the beat. In theory, these beat pushes should be very difficult to deal with a lot of the time, but they're making it a bit early, just walking it into it, or making it easy just walking into the flux right now. But still, more than defendable on Circuit Royale here. We'll see if they invest in the Lucio BAP again for the defense, or if they go for something a bit greedier, but no. BAP, Lucio is the choice again for Vesta, back starting on the Mei 2.
Yeah, but back Lucio for both sides now, which, you know, could be interesting, I suppose. Giving up on the double flex variant, the slow com not really paying DVDs for them. That doesn't count as a command use, by the way. Last time I seen AIDS get this many picks, it was 1981. Yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from, Umbreon OW, with the first time chatter. But yeah, no, that's why is everyone question marking his message there? You know, like I feel like it's like the third AIDS joke that we've had this stream.
Yeah.
By the way, like that's where you draw the line. It's like you can say people have AIDS, but if people die from AIDS, then it's a problem. You know, like it's like you gotta have that treatable, like, you know, 2025 AIDS to make.
Everyone has a line, mate. Everyone has a line, and that's where people's line is clearly.
I see question mark. I type question mark. Unbelievable. Just a hive mind. Like, if it happened to Freddie Mercury, it could happen to you too. Everyone likes to have a sleepover with their friends every now and then. Yeah, no, you're only allowed to joke about that Magic Johnson AIDS, the type that doesn't even exist. Anyway, Wall Trade comes out in main. Swing attempt from AG, but look at this. They've wait, actually, Sungan might be
big trouble.
Lamp Force from Wu-Chan and all this. Deep push for Jasmine as well. They've had to give up the corner.
Oh, Ice Block Force. Oh, he's walled in. No. There's no way out for Scarlet. Oh, he's walled himself. Okay, there is a way out for Scarlet. Sungan has swung to try and relieve some pressure, but he's actually swung into even more danger. So they save Scarlet, but sacrifice their Sigma. Not a worthwhile trade. Oh, they lose Scarlet late as well, and this is just first point over before it's even really begun.
No, you cannot get a sleepover with me, Fat Hammond. If only you were that nicely suited up version of Hammond that I saw on Twitter yesterday. By the way, Wu-Chan closing on a window. Jasmine getting quite aggressive, trying to get some forward poke in, but got to be very careful not to get walled and pushed. The Lucio Mei versions of this comp, if you step up, you can be caught out ever so quickly. Wu-Chan looking to swing with the window, but can't even get it done. Instead, poked out in the back, presumably by Aid, and had to use Lamp for nothing. Bowler shot comes through the window, and that's just going to be an easy one here for AG.
Yeah, they try and make the aggressive move, but they just push into a really nice wall opportunity for Sunjin. Means it's really easy for them to get that greater window value. No chance for Wu-Chan to even respond. Now we're in a situation where AG, they have all the ults. They're in position on the snowball. They have the Blizzard for this cap as well. Going to be so difficult for Vesta to take some space if they don't find a bit of opening magic with even this bowler or a window or something. But the Sunjin Blizzard is going to be the big one here.
What? The nice window there. They're going to be able to swing well with that. Oh, Sungan is so hungry. And Search is such a miserable failure.
Oh, the lamp is perfect. Saves him from the Flux as well, but they're still getting the kills. It might not matter. Flux bowler to turn it. Deals with Jasmine, but now it's just onto Sungan, and he's getting left click. It's a 1v3. Tries to 360 for Rock. Oh, they did so much right in that fight, Vesta. They eat the Blizzard. They lamp the Flux. They try and window out. They hit a Flux bowler combo of their own, but it only leads to one kill. And AG still get the snowball. 5 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock.
Just can't understand what happened to Search, what happened to Scarlet. These are the characters that should be surviving long into the fight. Scarlet by virtue of their ice block, their wall, and Search by virtue of the fact that they can just play in Africa and amp it up until they have their fucking beat drop available. But instead, Vesta, they're staring down the barrel of a 5-minute time bank. You can see that Vesta know they're under pressure. They're trying to play it fast. They're trying to play, I'm not sure about loose, but they push all the way up to top. Scarlet throws down the Blizzard. Jasmine is frozen up. Bowler shot onto the high ground, takes down Wu-Chan, and even though frozen, Jasmine's gonna live. 1-for-1 trades, and the cart has already moved underneath the bridge, Xavier.
Getting into last fight territory, so even though there's a chance to stabilize here, a trade from Aid as well. He's still lurking around, not been clean at all from Vesta, so they're not even going to be able to get a forward hold out of this position either. They still have to hold this back corner. 4 minutes, 20 seconds now, and they've got no room left to give. Going to be relying on this beat, but at least Human has a beat of his own. They're going to have a Blizzard and a window to start forcing the objective as well. Increasingly difficult series of fights for Vesta here.
Oh, Search with the beat drop could be the man to clutch it all. Martha throws down the window. Search beats to push into it. Second beat available for Lee Soo-min. He lands it. Sungan frozen up by Sonjin's Blizzard now. Oh, Blizzard inside. Is it a wax museum?
It's got one. It's got the Sigma. Now just left click on the point. All the kills are coming. Bowler to try and change it from Zessin, actually. Aid's low HP, but pocketed through it all. And it's just over. That should be the series. Bowler to finish. Polar Rock to finish the job. Wu-Chan is most certainly dead. And AG get it done in the end. Pretty comfortable when you look into the time bank they had there, but maybe a bit more work than AG would have expected today. Maybe another nail in the Winston coffin.
Yeah, it's not looking great to be a Winston team right now, I will admit. As AG, a team that 3-0 dominated T1 less than a week ago, seems to be struggling when the matchup is not a Winston matchup. When they are playing Winston and the enemy team is playing the horse, when they are playing Hazard and the enemy team is playing the horse, Orissa's just looking really strong right now. Looking like she can survive a lot of what Freya can throw out at you. And if you're playing a Winston composition, you have a lot of trouble with all the spam long range.
Well, thank you, Ziz, for the tier 1 15 months. Welcome back, mate. Hope you're all good. Player of the match?
No, that.
Aid? Seems good to me.
Yeah, no, that checks out. I think Aid's going to be farming player of the matches for the next couple of weeks until we see some Freya nerfs.
He's got a decent chance, I reckon.
Does Kellen have an Orisa? I don't know, we only play Monkey.
Yeah, they say you can lead a horse to water, but sometimes that horse is a monkey.
Does Lenny Sojin scrim well? Lenny doesn't scrim. Scissors plays in scrims. Lenny's our match player.
You get it in sports sometimes when there are players who just have such a tremendous problem with injuries. There was a football player called Ledley King, whose knee was so fucked that he could basically never train, but he was just bloody good. So he would just still play the matches and captain the side, but he had to like really just be like, you know, carrying around with a glass case to make sure he doesn't fall, he doesn't get any injury before the game. So that's how Sugar Free's used, only for matches.
All right. Yeah, I killed the text-to-speech. I told you. You spam that shit. I'm killing the text-to-speech. It's not happening. I'm not hearing that shit.
What was the barrier to entry?
$1.
Yeah,
it was fine when they were writing words, but like they found some symbol that is like a full sentence for every single symbol. So like just goes forever. Like actually forever. There's all these like these Japanese emojis where it's like Japanese symbol for this, Chinese symbol for this, and it's like, oh my fucking god. Thanks game, thank you very much for the tier 1. Welcome back, 8 months consecutive. Thank you very much. I love my Pookie with the mullet. I love myself too. Unter, you a match coach or a scrim coach? Neither. I'm a streamer.
우리 에이드 선수가 차지하게 됐는데요. 자, 입금 전후가 한결같이 잘 해내가는 우리 에이드 선수가 아닐까 싶어요. 오늘 승리 소감 들어볼까요?
오늘
What's that saying? Can anyone translate? Do you translate that?
Nope. Nope. Fair to say, there wasn't much Korean spoken over my last weekend, so I didn't learn anything.
Off-brand milk with the 4 months of tier 1. Hi Counter, how are the cows doing? Welcome back to Parasocial Friends Club. Thank you very much. They're thirsty again. Actually, they're getting a bit low on water. And the boring guy was supposed to come between Monday and Thursday of this week, but he's an elusive creature, the boring man. So maybe he's going to come on Monday next week. Maybe. We're supposed to have a call on Saturday to figure that out, but hard to know when. It's every few days that he gives me an update on how he can't come anymore.
How is he elusive? I feel like it's a pretty...
Right now we'll not be getting any more bits. I can't have the audio spam, mate. It's not happening.
I feel like it's a pretty straightforward, just come have a look at the thing type job.
I think he's just like busy with work, you know? Like, he's just got other jobs and doesn't really want to like drive by to do it because it's, you know, like a drive by anywhere is probably like an hour of driving.
In Australia,
yeah, it's like, you know, rural Australia. So
90% of his job is actually driving.
Yeah, like to just pop in is essentially like an odyssey. I think his name is Andy. So yeah, there's no Hondas. Hunter, now that SSG lost to New Nightmare, do you think SSG are chokers? No. We played Monkey on every map.
We're not chokers, we're just stupid.
Yeah, we're not chokers, our coach is just dumb. Are the lights too dim for SSG? I will say that, you know, in low light settings, we do seem to struggle a little bit. No, I wasn't calling you Andy, I was talking about the boring contractor named Andy. Keep up.
저번에 마카 선수가 얘기했듯이 저희 돈 받으면 더 잘하니까 이제 앞으로 더 좋은
People learned how to
모습으로
spam text to speech from XUC like 7 years ago. There's a pre-established meta that I guess you weren't aware of.
Yeah. I was never really an XQC watcher, to be honest, but I'm going to catch up by watching Overwatch Pirate.
The new XQC, I hear.
My brother's name is Andy. That's nice, Matt Attack. Would I be correct in assuming your name is Matt? SSG is powered by photosynthesis? Yes.
Thank you, Enks Game, for 15
I
months.
was the first on your channel.
Oh, I might give a welcome to the jungle when I get a sub, but, you know.
대사하겠습니다.
I think I was the first on your channel. What, first text to speech, you mean?
You printed money, Turkey. You're Australian. You're going to need to open the Holy Kosaurus coaching book. There's
Oh, the
nothing in
symbol
there.
thing.
Okay. It's my book. I can look into the coaching documents, but there's nothing there. It's my job to write them.
Let's see what answers the book has for me today. Oh yeah, I didn't fucking write anything down, did I? Fuck.
Let's go.
Thank you, Arthur. You passed your driving theory? Nice. Unfortunately,
What's the theory on driving? Stop at red.
Driving is very much a theory will only take you so far. You actually need to pass the actual test as well. But it's the first step. It's mostly just like, I don't want to say nonsense, but like, just a lot of road sign, like rules for the road and like more than actual like theory about driving.
Print some orange pictures into the book. Could be worthy of consideration. Cass' notebook is a diary about how living with children is tormenting his mind and soul. I mean, genuinely, like, I do wonder, like, how does Kosaurus, a 27-year-old grown man, live with a bunch of children, like, in the current year? Like, I can't think of anything worse than being the coach for Team Liquid. Not because I've got anything against the children, but surely he's a bit over it at this point, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, Zev? Like,
yeah, because I guess, obviously, I mean, I was pretty old when I lived with London, but there was also, like, for me, that was also, like, my first team house experience, right? So there was still a big novelty to it. Would I go back to that situation? I mean, even when I lived that situation, I only lived it, like, 2 or 3 months on, 2 or 3 months off, you know? It was never I'm there for a year. So, like, I think I've never done it full-time. And at this point, I never would do it full-time. But going to live there for a bit or something, I can see. But obviously, he's all in.
yeah, I think it's just, like, so tiring. And, like, it really interferes with your personal life, like, to an outrageous extent, you know? Like, needing to like, move countries for it and then live with a bunch of, like, youngins and shit like that. It's just... Fuck that, dude. Like,
it's hard if you don't
really
have anyone
fuck
else
that.
as well, right? Like, is Danny with him out there?
I don't know. You think Danny would be any assistance in that regard?
I don't know.
I think Danny might be there. I feel like I think I've seen him.
Okay. I guess Danny is also actually quite young, even though he's, I guess, like, probably as young, but maybe more mature or more experienced than some of these. Like,
you're trying to suggest that he's mature for his age?
Yeah. But my point is, one thing that was really nice of working with Chris was that there was, like, another adult in the room, essentially. So there were times where you could just have... I think what a nice... I don't want it to sound mean, because I don't mean it as mean, but, like, you can have, I guess, adult time. It's probably akin to the moments where parents, like, where their children go to bed or go to school, and they're like, this is quite nice, actually. But it doesn't mean you hate your children. It just means sometimes it's nice when they're not there.
Yeah, I mean, Danny's 22, so, like, I don't think a 22-year-old would really cut it for adult time in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's as close as they can get,
Guys,
but there's nobody...
For everyone in chat, adult time is not sex. I'm not talking... Fine, if the kids have gone to bed so we can have sex. That's not... You guys know what I mean.
Everyone is spamming Diddy OW in my chat now. I'm surprised he hasn't throttled Infected.
I don't know if you were surprised, but...
Commander XXX. Wait, I googled it and you're 27. I thought you were at least 35. Do I look that old?
No, you don't,
Like-
mate. Don't let him
I get a
gaslight you.
bit of sun damage and hair loss, but like 35?
I thought Unter was 23. There we go. There you go. Joby can see age.
Yeah. I would have guessed 32. 35 is young. Thank you, Pavo. Thank you, Pavo.
Doesn't look a day over
I
40.
think it's your side delts because they're so huge and like defined. Or
He's 27, but he's got the side delts of a senior citizen.
How are you 27 saying 22 doesn't cut it as an adult when there's only 5 years younger or something? Because 22-year-olds haven't they've done nothing.
Yeah,
You know?
it's
I think Danny's still at university and
he is, yeah, or he's at some kind of school. Yeah, it's one of those things because I imagine there's a lot of people in the chat who are say below the 25 or even like below 20. That is the sort of thing that you get told by older people where you're like, you'll see things differently once you're of a certain age or a certain experience, etc., etc. And what everyone says in response is, nah, I don't buy it, old man. Keep your shit to yourself. Keep your opinions to yourself. And I'm pretty sure I said the same thing at my age, or at that age. But then, inevitably, you find yourself on the other side of the track going, oh yeah, it is different now, yeah, you're right.
oh goodness. Hunter gives me middle-aged man working at McDonald's manager vibes.
No, we didn't.
You think
know.
so?
No.
Wait, how many McDonald's managers have you met? To make this judgment. McDonald's managers they're usually 20-year-olds, no?
Also, for what it's worth, everything I've heard about working at McDonald's, in terms of the actual, what's the word? The stuff you learn on the job, actually quite good. One of the better employers I hear. In terms of chances to progress and chances to actually
15 years old.
No, as in chance to, if you don't have a more preset career you want to move into,
you'd be
it's actually quite good.
Now they're saying that I'm not management material. I'd be an assistant manager, not a line manager. I couldn't even make it as a full-on McDonald's manager now. I'm being downgraded. Honestly, mate, Max is a bit highbrow. Perhaps Hungry Jack's. It looks like he's been through 4 divorces in 2 years, been shot twice, and still won't get rid of his shit mullet.
That implies the 4 divorces and 2 shootings were a direct result of the mullet. I just won't cut it.
You'd need a dad manager to communicate your ideas? I would be the dad manager! I need someone to tell me what the ideas are. How do you make a functional workplace?
That's fine, mate. That's why McDonald's is good. You hit the Burger University, you understand all the things you need to do, and then you just go into the system, mate. You just learn the system, you do the system. You don't have to... Don't do any of this, writing your own ideas down, thinking of stuff. Just read out of a manual.
Does managing at McDonald's involve any form of drafting? Might not be the job for Unter if so. Well, you probably have to draft a roster, you probably have to draft a roster every now and then.
Yeah, I think it's harder
Did you
to
even
fuck.
finish high school? No, I dropped out in year 9.
It's harder to fuck the draft though when you recruit a McDonald's roster. There's a much wider scope. It can't just be like, fuck, we don't have a Winston player. We've got no chance.
Thank God we have a Winston player. Zero is a system burger flipper. He's a system burger flipper, and he's a system player.
He just goes straight into that McDonald's system.
Yeah. Oh, getting a bit peckish now. Breakfast?
Wait, which way was it? Are you doing the bento box for breakfast? A BBB?
It's bento box or oats with yogurt in them.
Just go oats, mate. It's only Friday. You got a busy weekend ahead of you.
Treat yourself on a Friday night with a bowl of oats.
No, I meant save for treat. Save the bentos for treat. Save for treat for the weekend.
I got no feelings on Bottas, to be honest. Are you gatekeeping the hair products? There's like no. I use coal tar shampoo and Nizoral, and that's all I use. Sometimes I use a conditioner that has no silicons in it, so it doesn't really make my hair feel soft at all, but it gets rid of the coal tar smell. New Macca's theory: corner the market, raise the price. That's Breaking Bad. It's simple economics, Alpha. Come on.
I'm pretty sure that was McDonald's who did that. I'm 31 and have 2 kids. Is it okay to watch OWCS? Yeah. Watch what you like.
In my chat too.
Oh wait.
Sea salt spray. Your hair is too fluffy. Sea salt spray is drying, mate.
Wait, this is exactly what would happen if you were a manager at McDonald's or other burger establishments are available. Unter would definitely let all the fry cooks book their holiday at the same time. That would 100% happen. You would 100% just say, yeah, that's fine, don't worry about it. And then we would be the opposite of a double or triple book scrim, where we've just booked 0 people to work today.
Fluffy hair, 100%. I don't know. I've changed my mind. You'd be the crew trainer who's been at Mackey's for over a decade and they don't trust to be a manager. Okay. Every time, you downgrade my level of responsibility bit by bit. Unter, if I paid you, would you do that one Ed Sheeran strawberry blonde meme? I don't know what that means. Unter, I'm currently studying Latin. Is this cringe? Cringe? Keep studying the dead language. No, I can't meow for you.
Lots of languages come from Latin. Might make it easier to learn other languages.
Yeah. Thoughts on Falcons buying Crazy Raccoons and making them all retired? Bracket, good investment. Well, it feels like it would be part of the course for it would be part of the course for Falcons' strategy in esports to just hopefully use the unlimited Saudi money glitch to outbid everyone for everything, and then hoist the trophy at the Esports World Cup for who spent more money.
They seem pretty odds on, honestly.
Alpha says, thoughts on Falcons cornering the market? I mean, now all they need to do is raise the price, Alpha, and we'll be done.
Oh wait, we starting already?
Stop asking me to do hair trends.
I'm gonna grab a drink. Hold on.
This countdown is Mickey Mouse. No, surely they haven't.
Yeah, but I still need the drink, you know. So they're still gonna be going and getting the drink, you know.
Yeah.
We settle in. I'll be right back. You're in charge, mate.
Oh, his hair's a bit like mine, to be honest, color-wise. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Where's the bounce? Stop asking me to bounce. I'm not going to bounce for you. This is just not going to happen, is it? Is that Hazard's voice actor? Where? Why is there an insect there? Did I leave my windows open again? I'm not going to bounce. I'm not going to twerk. I'm not going to hop. Unter, is Zeta dead? We can only hope. I think Zeta's going to be really good now. They signed Farmer just in time to never have to play Winston because Winston doesn't fucking matter. So with Freya and with the map pool, actually it's a different map pool in Korea, but like, you know, they've got like definite possibility to just play Burner everywhere. I think like Farmer will probably just get shit on by Freya everywhere, but I think Burner can just play Orisa and carry the game that way. Do off-tanks not play D.Va in Korea? I think Orisa is back, Alpha. I think Orisa's really good at not dying to fucking Freya. Don't you live in a farm? Blasphemy type shit? I don't live on a farm. But sometimes I'm on a farm, you know? It's smart to play Winston on Suravasa versus Malga. That Unter guy did it. See, this guy gets it. I love when one busted character shapes the whole meta. This character is... Oh my god, those new Falcons jerseys are hideous. Oh my god. Yeah, that's actually shocking. They gotta put a pin in that. Kinda looks like it says M80 in the middle too. I don't like those jerseys. I can kind of get around the collar, but I really don't like those jerseys. It's like a weird collar too, right? Like the collar stops and then it has like a V-neck at the same time. Like I don't know, something's weird there. Almost as ugly as SSG vs Nightmare. I think SSG vs Nightmare was much uglier for me personally. That Surabasa in particular was just like deeply traumatizing, you know? Like, I had won the draft on Suravasa, and we had won the map by being 99-2-0 up, and then we did manage to lose the map. So, like, you know, I guess it can happen. But shit, like, that's probably uglier than those jerseys, to be honest. Like, these jerseys look better. Oh, these jerseys had collars on them too, I just didn't notice. Weird, like, half collars. When are you transitioning to IRL streaming? You almost burst a vein watching it? How do you think I felt? So, are you gonna lose a job anytime soon as a part-time coach? I think I would lose my job if my teammates didn't want me, you know? Like, I think that's usually how it works. You know, I don't really rule with an iron fist or anything, so like, if they all wanted a new coach, I'm sure they could make that work. I just don't think that, you know, the movement has grown enough yet to fire me.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
안녕하세요.
Never,
스파클의
Drew.
코치 스파클입니다.
네, 스파클 코치님.
What do you think about the jerseys?
자, 양팀 모두 개막
Whoa.
주차 순조로운 출발을 하고
Sparkle's looking good. Looks like he might have got a little touch up, like a revision or something since last week.
Little correction.
1주차 어땠나요?
Yeah, I think he's just got a lot of makeup on.
내부적으로도 아쉬운
He looks like
부분들이 많고,
ridiculously smooth,
내부적으로
no?
보시기에도 아쉬운 부분들이 좀 많았다고 생각은 합니다.
어떤 점들이
Is it just me or do Koreans have sharp
아직
jawline or no
팀으로서의
chin at all?
완성도가
Yeah, that would be because
낮다고
lots and lots
생각은
and lots and
들고요.
lots and lots of them get cosmetic
그리고 이제
surgery.
또
So some of them look
중요한
normal and then
순간에서
some of
많은
them
실수들을 하다
look like they're
보니까
meeting an
아무래도
unrealistic
그런
beauty
것
standard
같다고 생각합니다.
imposed upon them by
하지만
horrific
앞으로
societal
한 달의
pressure
선발전
and
더 나아간
surgery.
제타 디비전이기
I hope that
때문에
helps.
응원하도록 하겠습니다.